Welcome to In the Wind Tarot. I'd like to do a read for the collective. I'm going to be trying something a little different. Regular cards, but on the I've laminated some and put some clothes on our little naked tarot cards. So if the world or anything like that comes in, I will go ahead and replace them with these others so that it'll keep continuity on the table. Father God, please protect us and guide us through this reading. Let us know something that the collective needs to know, something that's important for someone to be considering. And if this message is for you, realize that part of it's not. Welcome to In the Wind Tarot. I'd like to do a reading for the collective today. Father God, I ask you draw near and bring in the spirits of the highest light and guide us through this reading. Thank you. I'd like to know if we can find out something important to someone in the collective today, something that you need to be considering, or something that that's important, something that you're struggling with, something that can help you understand a situation that you're really having a hard time. Hopefully you are meditating and listening for downloads, listening to insights. I do want to tell you, we can be trained not to listen to our inner voice. We can be trained to hear those downloads and not recognize them as downloads. A lot of times we can be trained to think that the thoughts that come through our minds that are so crystal clear are foolishness, or we're being reactive, or we are the different things that people say that we are, and so we discount our own thoughts. It's really easy to do. If you've been trained to do it, it's something that you may not notice, and it's something you might want to check. So if you ever find yourself talking to someone and a thought crosses your mind, or you see a look in their eye, don't discount it or glaze over it. Stop, mark it in your mind. You may not stop immediately and confront them about it, but I want you to think about it and think about it later, and maybe think of other things that have happened that were similar. That will help you, because you can be trained to ignore your own best interest. I like to look at the in the cut, just to get a general idea of the energies that we'll be looking at. May I have something that's important for the collective to consider today? Something that might help someone understand what's going on in their world. This guy wants to come out. Safe. All right. So far we have someone has an investment. They've been waiting for a return on their investment. It looks like they're waiting for the truth. And let's see, I think I moved that. There we go. They're waiting for the truth, and they're working on ending a friendship. It looks like successfully or amicably. Yes. Then we have the Page of Swords. That's being alert for any troubles coming in, at the ready. You see the storm clouds moving in. The ground looks hilly and rough. And we have accompanying the Knight of Swords. The Page of Swords is alert and ready. The Knight of Swords is on the move and rushing into the storm. The Seven of Swords speaks of stealth or thievery with evidence left behind. We have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords uses her voice. She is a good debater. She speaks plainly, clearly. She directs. She makes decisions. She sits in the Queen's throne. Her words have weight. So, it looks like someone is waiting for the truth, working on ending a friendship, and successfully going away. However, they are running straight into the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. And you'll please pardon me. Sometimes I will say knight when I mean king or something like that once we've already discussed the main entry. So we have the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. Knight of Swords is rushing in. He's alert of this friend leaving. So someone's saying goodbye. Someone they've had investments with. He's rushing in, sneaking away from the Queen of Swords, who is busy addressing the King of Pentacles. There's a lot of things going on in here. People leaving, people on the move. Whoops. Oh, she's addressing the Queen of Swords, is addressing the King of Pentacles, who is not of her family, is not an old friend, is not someone from her past. She could be disowning him. Can we get something else? I'd like to go ahead and finish out this row. What is the Queen of Swords telling the King of Pentacles? Or what is his reaction going to be? What is next? What is next in this spread? Come on now. Oh. All right, we have a message of money, and we have some that have fallen on the floor. A representation of the King of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe she's saying, listen, don't get someone who is an old friend or someone that you know. You take that money and you give it to the King of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Perhaps these are people that she knows. I do hate that, as do all tarot readers. Okay, this guy came down first. All right. So far, so good. We don't have any nudies out here. So where were we? Let's find out. So we start out with the Three of Wands. That can indicate investments. That can indicate it. It looks like with this friendship, perhaps it was three people who had thrown in together on an investment, and they're quitting their investment. They've worked on it. The Eight of Pentacles, and now they're going to say goodbye and leave. So the Knight of Pentacles and Knight of Swords and Page of Swords are watching for them to leave. They're sneaking away. The Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords are sneaking away from the Queen of Swords. Maybe these are the other two. These are two of these that are leaving. So they're going away while the Queen of Swords is addressing the King of Pentacles about how he lost an old friendship by offering the Page of Pentacles to the King of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. And waited for a return on his investment. He had the world in his hands, it looks like. So the King of Wands had the world in his hands, but he lost his friend by offering an enterprise to these three guys, who may be these three guys up here. And it concerned putting the High Priestess in reverse. It concerned a High Priestess in reverse, so there was someone who was not in their High Priestess and who was not locked down, who was not in her mind about it, who was not concerned, who hadn't made a decision to go to work. To be recognized, hadn't made any decisions to be recognized for their good work. But their plans to do this were thwarted by Temperance, who sometimes represents the archangel intervention, divine intervention, because the High Priestess in reverse looks like went off on a new adventure to become the Hermit. That was on the bottom of the deck. And she ended a cycle. So, this is what's happening right now. The High Priestess did escape. The Queen of Swords is upset with the King of Pentacles. It looks like the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Wands are all trying to skedaddle. And the High Priestess is in hermit mode. I'm not sure who you might identify with in this scenario, but I hope you've been able to find something of value. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. This has been In the Wind.